Complete game coverage of the Cougars is right here on the KSL Sports Zone. It doesn't get much bigger than this as the Cougars look to earn a spot in the Big 12 title game as they take on UCF in Provo. Your home for the best coverage of Cougar football is right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. You're locked on to JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back, everybody. JJ and Alex, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Happy Monday to you. Mondays are a lot of fun because we get together and jam about the weekend of sports that was. Jeremiah Jensen over there. I'm Alex Kirry. Our producer is Alex Napolis. He's in the booth. We are streaming live on our KSL YouTube page, our KSL Sports YouTube page. Go check it out. Go to KSLSports.com. You can see us right there as well. And anything that comes out of these microphones gets turned into a podcast right after our program. So everything lives in the digital space as soon as it happens, all thanks to technology.
I'll also mention 102.7 FM HD2. If you have an HD radio in your car.
If you do, comes in crystal clear.
We sound amazing. Well, I
was going to say, settle down. Jeez, what the humility.
The quality of the broadcast is amazing. Let me rephrase that.
Oh, by the way.
Everybody in the booth laughs at what I just said.
Did you?
Thanks for that.
I sound so awesome on your HD radio. Hey,
it's all you, Napolis.
By the way, we got the Christmas decor up in the studio.
Yes.
And this is, by the way, did you notice
is that a little early?
No. We got it up in our house.
When is it too early?
We're up at our house.
You know what I did this morning?
You put it up.
Just the tree.
Oh, see?
The tree's in place. It's not decorated yet.
Yeah, you got to get the family involved in that. You got to get the kids going. But did you notice our Christmas tree here in studio? Sports themed.
It's bulky.
Well, but look at it. Look at the ornaments. We have sports. We have sports ornaments. So dip into the studio. You can see the. Oh yeah, it really is.
We got boxing gloves, footballs. What else? We got basketballs, soccer balls.
This Dean Martin.
A baseball mitt.
Andy Williams. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Dean Martin would have sounded way more drunk. You're right. What was I thinking? I will say, too, I busted out the saxophone this morning and started practicing some Christmas songs.
Wait, what? You did what now?
So I play the saxophone.
You busted out a sax?
And my...
you went Kenny G this morning?
My kids, like, without fail, the littler ones are the ones at home. And then what I do is I practice some of these Christmas songs so that one night during the Christmas season, the kids don't know when, but I make everyone stay home and I play Christmas songs for them. And
you
I make
force
them
to listen to you play the sax?
Well, they sing songs and then I play along and play the saxophone along with it. It's tons of fun. It's kind of fun we have at the Kirry household. Me forcing you to have some fun for Christmas. Look, we were talking about this before the show. It's not very fun anymore with these older kids. My wife straight up said the other day, she accused our oldest, she's like, you don't even like Christmas anymore, do you? You hate it. Admit it. I said, I don't hate it.
And you know what kids officially grown up when they like Halloween more than Christmas.
I think that they just like any holiday that they know they're not going to have to be home for.
Right.
And Christmas you're decidedly going to be home.
You are stuck at home the whole entire day with your family who you hate.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, so we've decorated the studio. We hope you're decorating. Look, don't put on the Christmas music for decorating. Just listen to the KSL Sports Zone podcast. Just the dulcet tones and of happy holidays from our family to yours while you listen to the KSL Sports Zone all day long. All right. Let me see here. Let's kick the show off officially this hour with the cut. We'll jump in right here. Let's get into some scenarios for the Big 12 Championship race. It's always coming down to the last week of the season, which we love. But what does the rest of it look like in college football? Let's jump in right here, top of the hour.
It's time for the biggest story of the day. This is what made the cut with JJ and Alex on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Trajan Wealth brings you this portion of the program. TRAJAN Wealth.com. That's Trajan Wealth for all your trusted local needs in retirement. Did you see Jameis Winston catch that touchdown pass, by the way?
Yeah, it was awesome. He just struck a Heisman post, didn't he?
Yeah, and the guy is he's too likable.
Stared at the camera in the end zone. Oh, I loved it.
It is we said it right before the weekend, didn't we? We're like, you know what's going to happen? He's going to throw for a bunch of touchdowns. They're still going to lose. I think he personally accounted for like 500 yards.
You should have started him on your fantasy team. I'm not kidding. I think he was the second highest scoring quarterback.
It's crazy. And then they still almost won that dadgum game in Detroit.
Did you know they fired their DC today?
Oh, yeah. Everybody's falling. Everybody's leaving. You would after that performance, and then also after. I mean, frankly, the Denver game kind of put everybody on job watch, right? And so that was rough. Anyway, bottom line is that was cool. Jameis Winston did exactly what we thought he was going to do. Just be a lovable guy. The team still loses, and somehow we still like him. There you go. Big 12. Here's how it works out. From the what I love is that the Edward Jones Big 12 championship is because you saw that Dr. Pepper no longer they got beaten out by Edward Jones. It's not as cool. The Dr. Pepper
Edward
Big 12.
Jones?
I know. So it's not just the Edward Jones Big 12
Dr. Pepper
championship.
had that whole ad thing around.
I know.
Fake football.
I know, and those kids throwing the footballs
thing?
through the. Is Dr. Pepper still going to do the balls through the can thing? And they're like,
they don't even throw the balls.
They're like, they're just lofting them
Everyone
up there.
found out that they even had to get analytics involved in that.
I love it.
Analytics ruined the Dr. Pepper
But what was it doing?
toss.
It was getting kids tuition. So I was like, it's good.
Yeah.
Even if they have bad form and the kid gets 6 balls in, then he suddenly has $60,000 of tuition. Like that would have gone a long way for me at BYU, man. I would have come out on top after that one. 2025 Edward Jones Big 12 Football Championship Tiebreaker Central. That's a real thing. Tiebreaker Central. BYU clinches with a win over UCF. Boom. There's
Easy
another
enough.
way. There's another way they could do it. They could actually clinch before even taking the field against UCF.
That's right.
You almost would prefer that. No, not really. But it would be nice to, because if Arizona State loses on Friday night in the Territorial Cup, which they could very well do. In fact, I think they're dogs, right? Arizona State
is not favored to win that game.
They are down in Tucson against an 8-win Arizona team, by the way. And if they lose, BYU clinches its spot already before they even kick off against UCF. Now, here's my favorite way for BYU to be able to clinch. A Texas Tech loss, an Arizona State win, and a Utah win. No idea how, but there you go. But also, you know what that means? If Texas Tech loses, Arizona State wins, and Utah wins, Texas Tech is not your team going to the Big 12 championship.
That would be wild.
Guess who?
Rematch.
Guess who?
Rivalry
BYU and Utah.
rematch.
Yeah, so Utah clinches, and that's the only way Utah gets in, by the way.
Right.
They have to beat Kansas at Kansas. They need Texas Tech to lose. They need Arizona State and BYU to both win.
Yes.
And if that happens, listen, what's crazy about this is not that far off of what they needed to have happen when Oregon State weirdly came back and beat Oregon.
Right. It's very similar.
On the last play of the game, in the last moment of the season for them. So beating Kansas at Kansas, great, get it done. Texas Tech losing? Who are they playing? West Virginia?
How could that
That's
happen?
a tough putt. That's a tough putt.
Where's the game being played?
Oh, who freaking cares?
No, I care. Where is it being played? Is that a road game for the Red Raiders?
I probably is in Lubbock.
I mean, nobody has thought to care at this point, but I'm just curious.
Texas Tech, West Virginia. It's in Morgantown?
Oh, drama.
Boo!
What are the possibilities?
I mean,
I'm looking it up.
what's Texas Tech supposed to do against this? I'm going to say, okay, can I guess on the line on the game? It's at West Virginia. I'm going to say 24.5. Is that exactly?
You nailed it. Yeah, you nailed it.
Boom! I should do this for a living.
ESPN's matchup predictor gives Texas Tech a 91.5% chance of winning this game. So basically, Utah's chances of making it to the Big 12 championship game are less than 8.5%.
Let me see. So they have to have all
correct.
that.
Right. So Utah, not only do they need a West Virginia win, but
They need an air. No, is it? Hold on a minute. Let me go back to the Edward Jones Championship Central here. No. Utah clinches with It has to. It's. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
no, Tech.
He's right, and you're right.
Tech. Tech can waltz into that championship game if they get the dub. So there you go.
Because they'd have the tiebreaker in that scenario.
Yeah.
The only team that has a tiebreaker against Texas Tech is Arizona State. But a three-way tie with two lost teams creates strength of.
So Arizona State can't get there, right?
Who?
No. Arizona State does have a clinch.
They do have a chance.
Okay. They have the oars. They have 1,000,000 oars. My heavens, they have to have a lot.
I think they need Utah to lose, and
they got to beat
BYU
Arizona.
lose.
They have to have Texas Tech lose. They got to have BYU lose and Utah win.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one of the scenarios. Or they beat Arizona and they lose and BYU and Utah both lose. Or they beat Arizona, Texas Tech, BYU. I mean, Texas Tech loses, so does Utah, but then BYU wins. That's weird. It's all over the place. So there you go. Okay.
Is that clear? Does everybody understand that?
Who cares? Like the reality is
the odds are overwhelmingly that Texas Tech and BYU are going to be playing in that Big 12 championship game. And now we're curious to see if Utah gets docked for their close win against Kansas State.
I'll be bummed by it, but let's go to.
I expect it.
Let's go to ESPN's Heather Dinich, who has just given a totally fair shake this year to the Big 12.
And she's hypercritical of the SEC.
Okay, so let me put the teams in from the conferences that she's going to have in. Okay.
Does she have 8 SEC teams in this week?
She has BYU and Utah staying at 11 and 12, which I don't see them going anywhere. But here's what it says: you beat Cincinnati. BYU passed its toughest remaining test of the season and earned another road win against a team that was ranked by the committee, albeit for a fleeting moment. BYU's October 18th win at Utah still will resonate in the room after Utah found a way. But here's the part that still keeps coming up. This is why I can't stand Heather Dinich when she writes these things up. BYU's only loss was against number 5 Texas Tech, but it was such a poor performance that it raised eyebrows in the committee meeting room. She's still talking about it. Does that come up in the conversation? That you lost to the number 5 team in the country and like they really beat you? I don't get it. I don't get it. Is getting beaten by the number 5 team worse than barely beating like a 3-win team?
Apparently not.
I don't get it. So Utah's not in there. Fine. Here's what she said about Utah. Utah found a way to escape Kansas State. It's only lost her to the Big 12's 2 best teams, Texas Tech and BYU. The committee considers a team who lost as part of its deliberations. The Utes' best wins are against Arizona State and Cincinnati, but they lose the head-to-head tiebreaker to BYU. Okay, whatever. It's just all right there. Okay, so here is what it looks like, because I think they do these and they kind of go, here's what the rest of, and so who's in and who's out? Well, they have 11 and 12 as BYU and Utah. The first team's out again. So that's the projection. So for her, it's Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Georgia, Texas Tech, Ole Miss, Oregon, Oklahoma, Notre Dame at 9, number 10, Alabama. And it won't change. It's not going to change.
Probably not.
The thing that's crazy is just ignoring that this week even happened for the SEC, who all played nobody.
I think, this is my opinion, every SEC team that played in FCS,
they got to go down
11,
1.
You get docked at least 1 spot, maybe 2. And I know they finally decided to cave and do the 9-game thing, and they're not going to do that anymore, but they should be punished for it.
It'll make a difference.
It's a joke.
But you're right, yes.
And then they have the nerve to turn around and say that their schedule's harder.
Yeah.
Baloney.
My question is this. When Miami gets in, I don't know why she has Miami as the ACC champion. I don't know why she has
They're
that.
not going to get in that game.
They're not going to even play in that game. So then what happens? They're going to still put Miami in somehow. I don't know where they're going to jam them in there.
Well, they've got to strengthen Notre Dame's resume.
Right, but how are you going to sneak Miami in? What I'm saying is you're going to have an ACC champion who's not Miami have to get in, which is another flaw to this system. According to the college football playoff people, Miami's a better team than all the other teams in the ACC, right, even though they're currently ranked 4th in the ACC by standings.
Right.
So that doesn't work because they're going to have to shoehorn in a UVA or a who else?
Pitt.
Or a Pitt.
SMU's in the mix.
They got to shoehorn one of those teams
beat SMU this year?
Tulane. What?
TCU and Baylor.
Both of those teams did.
And SMU, if they win the ACC championship game, would get in the playoff again.
2 years in a row.
After
Go
losing
Stangs.
to both
right.
two mid
right.
Big 12 teams.
But see, at that point, they'll be the 12th or 11th or 12th ranked team in there. So then where are they going to shoehorn Miami in?
They can't.
They'll try to.
But they're 13th right now, and they're going to move up.
I know.
In front of Utah. I promise you.
JJ thinks they're going to move ahead of Utah. I have a little bit more faith in humanity than that. So I'm hoping that you're proved wrong tomorrow, but we'll see. Because in some respect, they don't really care. But Tulane could get in as the American champ.
Whoever the American champ is, whether it's North Texas or Tulane, that's who is going to be in that game.
I think LSU beating Oklahoma this weekend.
Oh, that'd be great.
Would be a huge gift. I think that is probably a little bit more of a possibility than any of the other things we just talked about, right? So, okay, here are the ACC standings. Virginia is number 19 in the country, and they're in the lead right now at 6-1. And if they beat Virginia Tech this weekend, then they go to the ACC final. If SMU wins this weekend at Cal, who just fired their coach, they go to the ACC final. Miami has to have Virginia and SMU both lose to go. How is this possible?
Yeah.
They go. Miami plays Pitt.
Yes.
And if they win, they also have to have Virginia and SMU lose. How does she just so confidently put them like, you're ACC champs, Miami? They're 5th place right now on this freaking list.
Here's another doomsday scenario.
What
for
are we
the ACC.
doing, ESPN? What is she doing?
Doomsday scenario for the ACC. What if?
Oh, tell me Duke is still alive. No, they're not.
They're
Dang
not.
it.
But let's say SMU wins the ACC championship. What if both Tulane and James Madison are ranked ahead of SMU? You know what happens? The ACC does not get a bid.
Are you kidding?
No.
Is that the only way? But it's not like that's a great replacement.
Top 5
you could
champions.
You could potentially have.
Remember what almost happened last year?
JMU and SMU take a playoff spot from BYU.
Well, they would take it from the ACC. They're not going to take it from BYU.
I think they would. I mean,
no, because only the champions would get the automatic bids. You understand what I'm saying?
But the
5 highest ranked champions,
yes,
get a bid.
Right.
The ACC would be the 6th highest ranked champion.
So they're out.
They would be out.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you
and
put
Miami would be like 11 in the college football playoff rankings, but they never got to play in the championship game, so they didn't make the playoff. And SMU is ranked too low, so they don't get the ACC in. That's a doomsday scenario that could happen to the ACC.
But you know what? I almost want it to happen. So the College Football Playoff Committee has to pump up James Madison and SMU, or James Madison and Tulane for these games. Can the Green Wave take out Texas Tech? This got like a picture of Jake Retzlaff scrambling.
Are you watching that game? Probably.
Can James Madison? My favorite is the promo will be like, can James Madison, at the bottom of the screen it says insert quarterback name here at the bottom. Can James Madison's quarterback get the win this weekend over Ole Miss? That's what we're looking at.
A James Madison Ole Miss playoff game?
Oh, I will Ole Miss it.
James Madison barely beat Washington State on Saturday.
Oh, my goodness.
There's all kinds of crazy stuff that could happen here. And the ACC is really interesting because
I still want to know
what I just mentioned.
I still want to know what Heather Dinich is doing writing in Miami as the ACC champ.
It's a wish, Alex.
She's penciled them in.
She wishes. She hopes.
She's penciled them in as the ACC champ.
Just like the powers that be want Miami to be the ACC team, but it's not going to happen.
They're in 5th place. They need a tiebreaker of them beating Pitt at Pitt, first of all.
And SMU and Virginia losing.
Both losing. What are we doing? Heather Dinich, what's going on that you're still trying to push this? We see right through it.
Well, I guess technically, well, yeah, I guess that's the scenario they'd have to play out.
So weird.
What a mess.
All right.
Fascinating.
I'm glad we got through that. I'm glad we figured it out. I'm glad that. Now I will say this. I was looking at. I think ESPN put it together with, I think Kyle Bonagura, and let me see who else puts these together. Oh, and Schlebach. What's his name? Those two dudes.
Yeah.
And Mark Schlebach.
Yeah.
They put together this thing, and their playoff, according to their first round, looks like North Texas going to Texas Tech. And then one of them has Tulane going to Texas Tech. And then the 11, are you ready for this? They have SMU winning the championship, which is more reasonable because that's a team that could actually go to the ACC championship game. So 11 SMU going to Ole Miss or 11 SMU going to Oregon. That's what you're looking at. North Texas and SMU are going to take your spots from you in the college football playoff. Could Utah beat SMU tonight? Could Utah beat SMU tonight if they were asked to play them?
Oh, yeah.
On the road. They could go on the road and beat them tonight.
I think they'd beat them thoroughly. Do you know who technically is still alive in the ACC?
Duke's out, right?
No, they're not.
Dang it, I was hoping. No, they're in.
Still alive.
5-4 Duke?
They're not. They're 5-2 in conference.
Oh, sorry. What is their overall record, though? It's like 5-5, right?
It's 6-5.
Get him in. Please get him in.
Again, that scenario, if Duke was the team to get in.
Get him in.
It's not likely.
No, of course not.
But it's possible.
Yeah.
Miami needs Duke to lose in order to get in. That's how bad of shape Miami's in.
So, and then on top of all that, one of the projections also has, if you're talking about who's going to be in which games, let me see here. It would be BYU versus USC in the Valero Alamo Bowl, according to these guys. So there you go. Have fun down there. What's the date on that one? The 29th? Or no, the 30th. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun down there at the Alamo Bowl. Again. That sigh is a sigh of frustration with the whole thing. Because Notre Dame, we saw this train wreck happening in slow motion since week 2. When they lost their second game, we went, they're going to win 10 games in a row, and they're going to go to the freaking college football playoff.
Yep.
And then we told ourselves at the beginning, when they were 1-2, we were like, they won't really do that, though, right? They won't really put them in there if they win 10 in a row. And when we got to like 4-2, we all looked at each other because all the people were like, whoa, tripping over themselves to put them in as far as they could up the freaking rankings. Please don't pull that drop. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We got more to go. Stand by. 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.
All the latest news and notes from the league and the locals in the NFL. JJ and Alex bring you the NFL Blitz on 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.
All right, everybody, welcome back. JJ and Alex, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone. Before we get into the NFL Blitz, I did want to just mention two things. Number one, Hans and Scotty tomorrow are going to be at Tim Daly Nissan Southtown. 11155 South Jordan Gateway at South Jordan. 11155 South. South Jordan, Tim Daly Nissan, home of the forever warranty. Second thing I want to mention was this. Just entertain me for one moment, Jeremiah, for one moment, please. Because I'm looking at all these scenarios of all these stupid teams. And they are stupid. Like some of these teams who we're talking about getting into the college football playoff. Because if SMU wins the ACC championship, which, by the way, they're going to win, and they're going to go to the ACC championship game. Against Virginia, who's going to win, and they're going to go to the ACC championship game. Miami's not even going to sniff it, okay? SMU lost this year to Baylor and to TCU. You pointed out. They also lost to Wake freaking Forest.
Gross.
Okay?
Come on, man.
So these are the teams that are going to be repping the other power conferences, right? Fine. But let me bring this up. I want to bring up the case study of Ole Miss, who right now is, they're having a great year. The thing is that they're having a year, they're going to have a year that is going to be marred by the fact that their coach is going to leave. And he's probably going to leave or at least it's going to be announced where he's going to be going. How much does your team play for you after that's announced? Are they going to allow him to coach through the rest of the season? If they feel slighted and he goes, but I'd love to coach the rest of the way, Ole Miss might make the decision of this guy could get us to, even temporarily, to the best spot we've been in a while. Let's just keep him on and let him coach. If Lane Kiffin doesn't actually coach Ole Miss after this week, if you're the playoff committee, why would you, and let's say they lose the Egg Bowl, and they go down.
At that point, if they win the Egg Bowl and the scenario plays out with one loss,
they'll be in.
They'll be in. 2 losses.
But my question
is, scenario, they're out.
That would be interesting. They could dock Ole Miss for not having they could dock Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin
for sure
for the instability of not having a head coach there, because he could be going to another team.
They docked Florida State for not having their starting quarterback.
Yeah, you're right.
Why can't you do it same thing with the head coach?
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're not the same team without Lane Kiffin, right?
What a wild thing.
You can't. You have to consider that.
What if these kids, they go 10-2 and their spot in the college football playoff was actually going to be decided by the fact that their coach left? That was a big decider. That was a big decider. And so the punch in the gut is the guy who recruited you is leaving. And the other punch in the gut is that leaving actually made it to where nobody wants you in the college football playoff because they don't believe in you.
And it ruined your season. It took something away from you that you earned.
Congratulations to all those Ole Miss players who are going to be LSU players next year.
In the portal?
Yeah.
After the selection committee makes
congrats,
choices.
because it's not just him that's going to make all that money. You guys are too. Congrats. Let me see here, because he'll take that quarterback with him.
For sure.
That what's his name?
His name escapes me right now.
He's got a fun name, though. Fun name. Anyway. It's just a mess, man. All right. You know what's not a mess? The NFL. Way easier to figure out. We already know what those lines are that are drawn.
Trinidad Chambliss.
Chambliss. That's
Sorry,
it.
a little late.
Chambliss.
Sound like I didn't hear you. Or I heard you and it took my brain a minute to process what you said.
Highlights from the locals in the NFL from this week. JJ, who did the best across the world of the NFL who have ties to this here community?
It was pretty sparse this week.
Yeah, it was. Some injuries, of course.
I would start with Puka Nacua. 7 catches, 97 yards. Didn't get in the end zone, but he continues to pile up some pretty big numbers. Devin Lloyd had a nice game. 1.5 sacks, 2 tackles for loss.
Yeah, that's nice.
5 quarterback hits in the Jags' overtime win over the Cardinals. They're a game back of the Colts now. They're right on their heels. Jalen Warren got in the end zone, 68 yards rushing. They were worried he wasn't going to play. He's got an ankle injury, but dude's tough as nails, as we know. So that was good. Jordan Love didn't have his best statistical game, but he did lead the Packers over Minnesota, and the Packers are keeping pace with the first place. Checks notes. Chicago Bears? ? Yes, the Chicago Bears are in first place and won again. They're 8-3.
Yeah,
How do I process that?
I have a hard time wrapping my head around it.
Are we buying the Chicago Bears?
Here's the thing: is I don't really like. It's funny because we won't really allow ourselves to go all in on it because none of us here really like Caleb Williams. Let's just freaking be honest.
Did you see the play he had with the safety?
I know. It's hard not to appreciate what the guy's doing on the field. Here's what's even more wild is we're like Ben Johnson, first-year coach. Never heard of him. Move on. Like, the guy should be coach of the year right now. Who wins with the freaking Bears in year one with that doofus of a quarterback under center?
If it weren't for Shane Steichen, I think he's probably number 2, right?
I mean, it's crazy.
Sean Payton for the Broncos?
Oh, stop with all that noise.
Well, I mean, you got to look at New England, too.
Hey,
you know who has the best record in the NFL right now?
If we're already doing that.
The New England Patriots are 10-2.
Don't forget about Annapolis's Rams and their head coach.
I think the Rams are the best
Sean
team in the league right now.
They might be. And what's bonkers is I don't care who they put in. Matthew Stafford finds every one of them open. That
he
can passing
throw to him
offense,
without looking.
I know that passing offense is just bonkers.
He's a Jedi.
But what's crazy is they're actually playing really, really good defense too. So kudos. It took us all show long, but kudos to your Rams, who are just in front of my 8-3 Seahawks. Come on, let's go. I wouldn't have said a thing if the Seahawks would have lost yesterday, by the way, to the lowly, who are they playing?
Titans.
Oh, yeah, the Titans. Yeah. All right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We got more to go. When we return, we'll get you ready for the Utah Mammoth that are coming up top of the hour here. So stay right here, 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.
Wrapping up the hour with our picks for the best and worst moments on today's show. As JJ and Alex want to hear your best and worst of the day.
Best and worst, we're just going to call it the best, of course, being
Hopefully it's not the worst tonight.
at the Utah Mammoth.
Come on, Mammoth.
They got the win, of course, over the New York Rangers the other night on a Saturday night. 3-2. Can't get away from that score, can they? But this time it was in their favor. They get the 2 points. That's all you're asking for. What do they do this round against this Golden Knights team who's coming back to Utah only 4 days after they had beaten this Utah Mammoth team 4-1, and it wasn't even that close. It felt like this was a struggle of a game for them last week, and the Golden Knights are one of the best teams in the West. How can they figure this out tonight? What do you need to see out of this Utah Mammoth team tonight, JJ?
Higher level of offensive production because I think they're going to have to outscore Vegas tonight.
I think you got to be pissed too, right? Like they were
for sure.
They got pushed around physically by
that's
Vegas.
what we're lacking from this team, right?
Yes.
We've talked about Ian Cole called out the team last week. We talked about it with Bears. This team needs to act like they care. And so you lost to this team recently on your own ice. Go take it to them tonight. It's kind of like in the playoffs, right? When you're playing a team a lot in a certain period of time, you should be able to make some adjustments and go out there and get the win and respond. If not, you feel like the Mammoth are looking up, looking up above and seeing the Golden Knights there way above. The Mammoth need to prove that they can play on the same ice as the Golden Knights. They got to do that tonight.
So it was only a couple weeks ago that the Golden Knights went on a 4-game losing streak. Actually, they lost, and they lost 5 out of 6.
Yeah,
they got back on track by beating the Rangers and beating the Mammoth, but then they lost again. They went down to Anaheim and lost to Anaheim. So them coming back to Delta Center tonight is an opportunity for the Mammoth to get a Golden Knights team that hasn't been perfect this year by any means, and you absolutely can. So keep Eichel out of the scoring sheet tonight,
right.
man. Like figure it out. So
Marner, they're loaded. They're Vegas, and they've got top line players. Get a win.
That's all brought to you by the good folks at Doug Smith, of course, in American Fork, Spanish Fork, and in Linden. Nobody knows cars like Doug. We'll get out, and we'll bring it all back again to tomorrow on a JJ and Alex right here, 3 to 6 tomorrow. We'll see you then, everybody. 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone. Stick around for the Utah Mammoth.